So I guess this is my story. And this is kind of serious, and I'm kind of scared to put this out there, but I think it needs to happen, not just for me, but for other people to see and understand. Life takes you on a path that can be extremely unpredictable, and that's where it's kind of taken me. I want to just read some definitions before I get into what happened. What I went through is called psychosis. Those of you who don't know what it is, the definition of it is a mental disorder characterized by disconnection from reality. So it was pretty serious when it happened. The best way that I can explain it is it's almost as if you're not yourself anymore. I pretty much lost myself, and I am very, very, very fortunate to have the people that I do in my life and the friends I have, because they stuck with me through it, and I don't know why, but they did, thank God. But pretty much what psychosis can be is a breaking point where you kind of lose your sense of reality and think things that aren't happening. One example is thinking that someone is in your house when they're not, thinking that people are around you when they're not, thinking that a computer is talking to you. And I experienced all these things within that, I think it was a month. And kind of what happened was my brain thought that the world was kind of out to get me in a way. You kind of feel like no matter where you go, someone's gonna either hurt you, someone's trying to hurt you, mentally, not physically. And your reality kind of like disappears. And I think the scariest part of it was me knowing what was going on in my mind in a way. So I'm a psychology minor, and at the time I was taking a class called Abnormal Psychology, where we literally learned about what I was going through when I was going through it. I was in college, it was last summer, kind of around like April, May. For some reason, I made myself finish school. I don't know who knew what was going on with me and who didn't at the time, because all I knew was who I had with me. And at that time, those were the people I think that I trusted the most. It was very difficult knowing who to trust and who to not, which was like such a battle in my head. At the time, you know, I didn't know what people thought of me. I didn't know what my friends thought of me. I didn't know if my friends had abandoned me. You know, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything. I didn't know. My brain was just like not there. So I was so fortunate to have my friends come and visit me, which is crazy to think about. And I know this might be a lot and people might be like, what is she talking about? So wait, let me read more, like, I guess, definitions. So this is WebMD. What is psychosis? When you lose touch with reality and see, hear, or believe things that aren't real. Doctors call that psychosis. You may have delusions. That means you hold on to untrue or strange beliefs. You might also have hallucinations. That's when you imagine you hear or see something that doesn't exist. Young people are especially vulnerable for reasons doctors don't fully understand. So the creepiest part about this when I went through it was no one knows why. Obviously there might have been back reasons why. It's like a mystery to me how it happened. It's scary. I think the worst part of it was getting through it 100%. Seeing my family hurt. That was really hard. It was just very hard. It lasted about a month, and right after I kind of like almost like made myself come out of it, because I had a job lined up for the summer and I had to get my shit together. All in all, like, the entire thing was scary. It was probably the most scariest moment of my entire life, and definitely like my top fear is going back there. The reason I think like I wanted to make this is because I want people to know, you to know, whoever is watching this to know that you can get through whatever life throws at you, because you can. And I've been through, I'm not gonna say it all, but I've been through a lot, and I'm still here. I'm still doing me. I'm really happy right now. I'm really grateful for the people I have in my life, people who stuck with me. You find your friends through thick and thin. You find those people no matter how many years it takes. You find out who really cares for you, and it was something that I carry with me to this day. I think about it all the time. I think about the things that I said to people. I think about the things that people thought of me. I think about the things that I thought were happening that weren't even happening. I think about the things thinking, did that happen? Did it not happen? I don't know. I remember it. I remember a good amount. I think the most shocking thing for me recently was my mom told me that she had taken a video of me when it happened, and I stupidly was like, oh, let me hear it. She's like, no, you don't want to hear it. I was like, I want to hear it. And she played it, and I made her stop because it freaked me out. It didn't sound like me. It didn't sound like my personality at all. It sounded like like a completely different person. And that's, I think, what scared me the most, was that it wasn't me. It took me a while to find myself again, but I finally did, thank God. But it's definitely changed my outlook on life. I wanted to do this because I want people to know you can get through shit. Life throws so many fucking things at you, but you just have to get through it, and you're going to. My number one thing also is I want people to understand that mental health is not a fucking joke. So for people who are depressed, people who have hella anxiety like I do, for people who have OCD, people who have ADHD, things like that, it's not a joke. It's real. I'm a minor in psychology. I know it's real. It's weird. It's a whole weird concept. It's a weird thing, but it's real. So you need to be respectful of people who come out and say that they have these things. And this is not about me. This is not for me. This is for other people. I want other people to know that when someone comes out and says that they're depressed, when someone comes out and says they can't, you know, do this, do that, be there for them. Definitely had the things in the past where I've dealt with friends that have, you know, done questionable things, but I stuck with them because I know what they were going through. Something I'm also like kind of learned, going to see a psychologist is not degrading. No one has to know. Do people know when you go see the doctor to go get a checkup? No. It's just another thing that sometimes people have to do. If you have any questions, please leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Maybe even in a next video, any questions that you have. Because I just want to be real with you and I want you to be real with me. My favorite thing is to listen to people and just help you out. I love giving advice. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for listening and deuces.